Oh, I'm...
Hey, hey.
Welcome. Happy Monday for those of you joining us. Sorry we were not here last week. We had a little bit of a vacation time to go with the holiday. But we are back now. We are down Trey for the moment. He should be joining us later. However, we have a wonderful show lined up for you. I think it's going to be awesome, if you know what I mean. But before we get started, Before we get started, I'm going to let the guys go around the horn and introduce themselves, and I'll go last like normal. Take it away.
Fresh out of
Go ahead,
Facebook
dude.
jail, we are on here. Dragon Chills, welcome, and I'm pleasure to see all y'all lovely faces again.
Your boy Gadoni, fresh off vacay. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to get this rolling again.
When are you not on vacation?
I'm never
Fair
on
enough.
vacation, dude. This is like the first time I've taken a vacation in probably 5 months.
You hear that right?
Oh man.
In 5 months, his first vacation. Last time,
Well, I needed
last
it.
time I took a vacation.
I say it's been
Oh.
years for me.
Yes.
And speaking of which, it is your friendly face of our own nemesis. Real quick, just to get that in there, Mr. Vacation.
Yes,
Tell us,
sir.
tell us about your vacation, brother. How was it?
So went on a family trip to Disneyland. It was me, my wife, my mom, my brother, his wife, and their kid. And we went there. We went to Disneyland. We went Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Tuesday we actually did the Oogie Boogie Bash, where we actually got a trick or treat in California Adventure. And I'm just gonna tell you, they did not disappoint when it comes to handing out candy, sir. They had seven treat trails where you wait in line to trick or treat, which then walks you next to a villain that they have out talking to you and acting like the villain would act. And in between each time you go to see a character, they have 4 different candy places in the line that they're handing you candy. Literally had a backpack full about 10 pounds of candy by the time we came back. It was ridiculous. It was amazing. I had a great time from Saturday to Tuesday, or Saturday to Wednesday when we came back. We racked up 58 miles walking. So it was a long, tiring trip, but it was a fun trip at that. And then I just heard, and I'm a little upset, but it's okay.
Why are you upset, Drew? Tell us why you're upset.
Why am I upset, you ask? Because they did something to Oogie Bash the weekend after we did it. And do you want me to tell you what it was? They added
20 pounds of diabetes instead.
No, they added Captain America zombie Captain America to their Halloween fright in Avengers Campus. And let me tell you, do we have that picture up?
Yes, the picture.
And he looks legit. Okay, like I was legit upset that that we didn't get to see that, but for me personally, I would really enjoy it if they actually brought those characters permanently to the park. But a lot of my friends are like, well, they can't do that because it's too scary. But I mean, they're a part of the MCU, even if it's the What If series. Speaking of What If, did anybody happen to watch the final episodes of What If?
We
still haven't watched the first, sadly. Still haven't watched the first.
I swear, bro.
Okay, I am so behind on my times right now. I apologize.
Wait,
As
watch.
soon as I get any amount
But
of time
you've watched
off,
all of the American Horror Stories.
you know what?
Good.
Priorities
Okay.
right now.
Priorities.
AHS, What We Do in the Shadows, and then something I'm going to talk about a little later took up my time.
Yeah, no, I know.
But
It's completely all right. But if you haven't watched it, I'm not going to ruin it for you. But I'm going to have to say the What If series definitely is rivaling a lot of the DC animation, I would say, because that series in itself for the first season was pretty amazing. And the final episode did not disappoint. The final episode, if I had to give that series the first season of What If, I would probably give it an extra large popcorn. For sure. Well worth it. Like, I'm talking jumbo tub of popcorn. What about you, Darren? Seeing as it's a finale, what do you give it?
It honestly, as you said, it didn't let down. I'm kind of curious where they're going to go with it because there are a couple things that were let down. The letdown was we didn't get some episodes that we thought we were going to get, like Gamora as Thanos.
Yeah.
So,
But they could bring that. They could bring that next season. I mean,
this is
they
true.
have a lot because technically, couldn't they do What If the Hulk killed Wolverine? I mean, they could do that.
That's adding in that's adding in mutants. So that's a whole nother theory that can go along with a lot of different things. So again,
Yeah.
expected some things, got a lot of things that we weren't. I knew zombies was coming, and I called for fifth episode, which it did do. So I was happy for that. So, but nonetheless,
Yeah.
great series. Can't wait to see season 2, see what they do with it, how they can add on to this, because
Oh yeah.
What's your tub rating for it?
we it didn't disappoint. I mean, it never did. I mean, especially with the extra feels of having a few episodes of Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa. So you gotta go with the jumbo, the tub, the super tub. Let's go. It is what it
We're
is.
going Biggie. We're going Biggie.
We definitely got more Chadwick than we thought we were going to get in that series, which was very nice because they said he was only actually appearing in one of
Yes.
the episodes, and I think it was what ended up being four. That's right, it was four. You're right.
Now,
And
if you want to talk about animated stuff, though, can we talk about the black sheep that happened also as well?
go ahead.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Injustice was released.
Oh, did it get released?
Yes.
It did it? It did.
Oh,
Oh
I
no!
was
Don't tell me
waiting. I
that.
didn't know it was getting released.
Yes, so that's out, and
Did you watch it?
I've not watched it yet, but I've been hearing a lot of bad news about it. That it doesn't live up to the video game at all.
Oh, and
Okay.
and
Well,
I'm not gonna lie, that trailer for Injustice looked
It
really
looked great.
good.
So I'm still gonna give it a
yeah.
chance. So hopefully, maybe next week we can talk about it. But I haven't heard anything good from nobody. Like,
So
yeah,
what you're saying
Ugh.
is don't waste my money on it. Perfect. Gotcha.
I mean,
Um,
you're still gonna have to waste your money because you got to review it like the rest of us.
yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's
we're
not
gonna have
on
to watch
HBO
it.
Max.
I don't know.
I'll have to look.
Oh,
Hey, I do want to throw a slight curveball in here real quick for you guys. Did anybody happen to see the third trailer for Ghostbusters Afterlife? Anybody?
no, I haven't seen it. I didn't know it was out.
I'm just telling you right now, I watched that new trailer today and I cannot wait until November. That movie looks like it's going to be because it
It's
doesn't
only
look it's not going to disappoint. It's not going to
it's
disappoint.
only a couple of weeks away till November, Godoni.
I know.
Only a couple of weeks away. We can make it. We can make it.
I'll be on vacation again. Yes.
This kid takes more vacations than I work days. Like Jesus, how do you afford this?
He has no kids.
Fair
I got
enough.
no money.
I don't have
I'm
kids either, and
literally
I can't afford it.
this from now basically from the 30th of October um until the tail end of December, I'm basically broke. I have way
Fair
too
enough.
many trips coming up.
Fair enough.
So
Well, that's gonna move us. Oh,
I, I was gonna say there's not many options to watch it right now. It's showing on Vudu and Amazon Prime videos, but you
Is
have
it
to pay
free on
for.
Amazon?
Oh no, you have to pay for that. Why
Oh,
would
of
they give it to
course.
you for free?
You never know.
You
Why
you
not?
now you should know better.
I know.
so moving on, we have the other thing that took up my time for What If, and it's a Netflix
Yeah.
special, Squid Games. For those of you who
Eh,
don't know, have you seen it, Godoni?
I tried watching one episode and I just was like, eh.
I
Oh
got
man, it's so good.
one misses What If, the other one misses Squid Games, and guess who catches it all?
Well, no, I mean, I really did try, and I
You
guess
didn't.
I didn't really. I tried, but I didn't because I did it late at night and basically went
First of all,
fell asleep.
watch it. Don't watch it with the American dub. Watch the subtitled version done in Korean. For those of you who don't know, Squid Games is a Korean show about a man who's kind of he owes a lot of people some money. He's in a lot of debts. He's in a lot of trouble, and he gets invited to play this game. And due to the secrecy of the game, they cannot disclose any information about it. But when they get past into the first game, they realize it's a childhood game, and instead of being eliminated, you are eliminated.
Oh yeah,
And they start out with 463 contestants and drop
56,
rapidly.
456.
456. Thank you. Yeah, 456, and get just completely like mowed down. Um, However, as the first episodes very much so get you into the action right away, the next couple episodes kind of take you through the backstories and into the next games, and it's addicting to watch. I went through the first episode, and to Godoni's defense, after the first episode, I was like, man, I've already seen animes like this, and I watched that second episode, and that's where they hook you on the characters' backstories. And to me, I thought it was amazing. Dragon, let's hear what you have to say about it.
I enjoyed it. Like, I actually binge watched the hell out of it. Because as you said, it starts you there and it just hooks you in, and you just want to know what's going to happen. I did unfortunately watch with the English subtitles, and then afterwards heard that there were some bad translations, but I didn't go back and watch it. It was one of those things that was like, it's so much going on the screen. I was like, I can't sit down and read the subtitles. I gotta see what's going on. So
I can't read, okay? I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Darren. Let me rephrase that. Darren said, "I don't want to read when I'm
there you
watching a
go.
movie." That's the key.
I would do it with my
Um,
anime, but sometimes some of these movies out here, I just rather just tell me what's going on so I can see what's going on.
yeah,
Yeah.
I can't hang with the subtitles because I mean I guess yes, but then like when it's overdubbed and it's shit overdubbed, that's when if they're talking and they're done talking and their mouth is still moving, that shit bothers the hell out of me too. I can't do the overdubs. I'll go back and give it a shot, but
Yes, please do. Please give it a
yeah.
chance.
So you know what the secret to watching any subbed film is? Go watch Dragon Ball Z subbed and just listen to Goku's voice for
No, God no,
episodes on
God no, God no, God
it.
no, no.
If you can survive
No.
that, you can
I
survive
re,
any sub.
I rebuke that. That is the one anime that I don't care what everyone says. That has got to be English because anything else is like tearing my eardrums out.
I had to
So
watch Dragon Ball Super with it subbed, so because I wanted to make sure I stayed ahead of it. And yeah,
so what?
like you,
Where are we headed next, boys?
where are we
Because
heading
Squid
next? That's a
Game.
good question. Well, so we talked about Squid Games. Next, we're gonna go on to Let There Be Some Carnage.
Oh yeah,
Oh
not
God.
not too much carnage, but
Oh, not
Unless you
this.
want to go back
okay.
and talk
Wait,
about
now let me throw this disclaimer out there. Did everybody in here watch it
Yes.
except for Ro because Ro didn't have
yeah.
time? Okay, let me just put it
Rose
this way.
work
Let
schedule
me
is
put
a
it this way,
nightmare.
Ro. Don't waste your time because it's not worth your time. How do I put this in a nice way?
Don't
No,
be.
What
there's really no nice way to put this.
what
It
what
was
what the fuck? That's what it
absolute
was. What the fuck?
trash. It was just trash. I'm sorry. Like you wanted like Venom and Eddie to have like the back and forth, but you didn't want Venom and Eddie to be in a relationship.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, like they were boyfriend and girlfriend basically in this. And
No, they were not boyfriend and girlfriend. I had the best way to explain this. Eddie Brock was Venom's child. Venom was a mother hen to Eddie Brock for the whole movie. It was like, "Don't do that, Eddie. I'm going to save you. I'm going to take care of you." What the fuck is this?
yeah, it was bad. And then when you get to the very end, 'cause you haven't seen it, and I'm not going to ruin it for people. If you want to go watch this atrocity, go watch this atrocity. My wife said she liked it. I mean, that's her. She's not a comic book nerd like us. Yeah, no, they got you get to the end and the end credit, and you're just like, oh, they did that. Oh, okay. I
Out.
mean,
The,
And they went there.
no,
so
they did, and they did it in the sloppiest and stupidest way you could think of. Oh, no, wait, what is it called? Lazy writing is what it was.
yes, the laziest writing
Yeah.
they ever could. And so I'll tell you this. Another scene that got me was toward the end where Venom had a Hulk moment from Infinity Wars.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Yo, it was in the trailer.
Yes.
When he's like, "That's a red one," and he's like, "What are you doing? Come back out."
Yes.
No.
That Hulk moment where he's like, "Oh, nope, I don't want no parts of this." No, no, no. Yeah, I was like, "You're joking, right? This is seriously happening." Um, I'll tell you this: a lot of bad voice acting too. I have to give it. They picked the wrong accent for I can't for Siren's character. I truly didn't like her accent that she used. It just
Yeah, I mean, there was nothing really. You know who she reminded me of, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you remember the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise?
that's Calypso. That is her.
Oh, that is her?
That
Oh
is
my
her.
god.
That is
That's why
Calypso.
she reminded me of her. I'm like,
Yes.
and she had that accent that Calypso had.
No, she did not. She did not.
Oh, it was close.
No, it
It was
was
bad.
not.
It was bad.
It was not.
I
And it
think
was
I would have
good.
rather had the Calypso accent
Yes,
than that
I
accent.
rather
Yeah.
would because the Calypso accent had this nice little feel to it, but this one was like this this extreme American accent. Like it was like, oh God, no.
Yeah. It was I was wondering why she looked familiar. I couldn't even remember.
Did the CGI at least get better?
Yes and no.
Oh god.
Carnage looked like crap. Venom looked a lot better. I don't know how you can make
Still-
Venom look better and Carnage not look better.
Still missing the spider on his chest, but you know.
Hey, but that could change with the way they
I know,
added
Joey.
him in to the place that he shouldn't be in, but that's neither here nor there.
Yes.
Should we just
I-
ruin it for him? Should we ruin it for him?
it's not really ruining. So after all this hot garbage we got for the hour and 45 minutes, the super end credits was showing Venom in the multiverse being introduced into Marvel. So
Yeah.
So what you're saying is Sony's going, we can't salvage this anymore. Take it.
Yeah, but here's the problem. And do you want to know how they're doing it?
Oh god.
So
Sure.
you know how this new Spider-Man movie's coming out?
Yep.
And Doctor Strange screws up the multiverses.
Uh-huh.
That's how he's introduced. When Doctor Strange screws up the spell, you get a bright flash in Venom, and then he's in the MCU in the new Spider-Man movie.
what he's trying
You don't
to,
know if he's actually in the movie,
oh,
but
what it is you see him sitting on a bed and he sees on the TV Spider-Man's identity revealed, and Venom kind of just has bright eyes, like yes.
he instantly hates Spider-Man, even though he has no relations or knowing this character.
Yes.
And they're like, this would be a good idea.
This is a great way to
No.
introduce him into this series. Yes.
Yeah. And what I
Okay.
hope, and this is what I hope that they give Venom give Marvel the rights to Venom and let them properly do a Venom backstory with incorporated into Spider-Man and let it go that route and let them just completely redo the franchise. That would be what would be perfect to happen.
The problem it is we have to talk about the elephant in the room. Tom Holland said this is his last time playing Spider-Man.
Oh, is it?
Yes, he's been saying
Did he?
this is the finale of his trilogy of No Way Home. That's what he's been saying out there. So if this is truly how he's going to end his Spider-Man career, what are we really going to do with adding Venom into it now?
That's true. That's not good.
That's why rumor has it that when he does relinquish Spider-Man, it's going to be going to the guy who voiced him in the What Ifs.
Is he a good who voiced him?
Uh,
I thought Tom Holland voiced him in What If.
No, he did not.
no.
Oh.
Give me a second. His name is Hudson Thames.
Okay. I
And
wouldn't
he
be
does not
opposed
look
to
any.
seeing Miles Morales either. a live action Miles Morales.
Yeah, this guy looks nothing like Peter Parker. So,
It's going to be interesting to see how they do this. Yes.
oh god, yeah. Oh man, this is just. I can't wait for later. Just seeing stuff like this just it triggers me. There's not a lot in this world that offends me, but this triggers me a little bit. A lot of it. A lot of it.
Well,
Oh my
you gotta
good
do what
lord.
you gotta do, but I mean, Venom. That for me was a extra small popcorn. Sorry.
I wish I could say I found a lot of redeeming qualities of it. There's a lot of things that literally from the character they tried to build and the character of what he is, what he was doing in that movie was like, this is not Venom. Venom would not act like this. It's like you have not only Venom not acting like what he'd act like, but you also have Carnage not acting the way he's going to act, um and I can't think of the person inside Venom, Carnage. I can't think of his name right now.
Woody Harrelson.
No, not the
Yeah,
actor.
oh god.
Cassius.
Cassius Clay. No, Cassidy.
No.
Isn't it Cassidy something?
Yeah.
Cassidy Clay, I think, or something. I can't.
No, it's not Cassidy Clay. It's Cletus Cassidy.
Cletus Cassidy. I was close.
Cassius Clay is Muhammad Ali, but
I know who that is.
But yes, even their characters separate never acted like they should act, and it was so many things that I mean I understand that we are trying to look at things canonically and seeing how we see these characters, but it's like you see these characters in this light and it comes down to this light and you're like I can't get down with it. It's just too much. You know, as some people say, you know, shut your brain off and watch, but
it's just something you can't.
For this super villain, murderous villain, I didn't get that. I'm sorry. I mean, Woody Harrelson, for what he was written, he tried to act his ass off, but nonetheless, the character was flawed from the beginning. So I mean, it is what it is.
Oh man,
this is how I'll sum this up, and we'll move on to the next thing. But this is how I'll sum this up: when Carnage and Cassidy aren't a perfect match as a host, something's wrong with the movie. That's it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying. Like, and they took time in the movie to actually point that out.
Oh Lord, no bueno. So So with all this bad being there, can we talk about something good? Hopeful, Kadoni?
No, not really.
No.
Like the funniest
No.
part of this movie is when Mrs. Chen is going back and forth and Venom is actually in Mrs. Chen. That was like the funniest part of the movie.
You missed the point where Ro tried to transition for you, but you know.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we can talk about whatever you want. Go for it.
I was gonna say maybe some Halloween. Was Halloween any good?
No.
Talk to me about Halloween. Oh god damn! Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me.
Okay, wait. Let me say no. Not no. Story wise, no. Kill wise, yes. Story wise, they tried too freaking hard. Let me ask you this. Everybody in here seen the original 78 Halloween plus the sequel to Halloween, right? Halloween 1 and Halloween 2. Okay. So Halloween 1, great film. Halloween 2, great film built on an original movie. Good films by themselves. This Halloween decided to take Halloween 1, try and extend the story on Halloween 1, and then took Halloween 2 and went, throw it away. So
did Zombie do this one?
No.
So what they tried to do was they tried to expand on the last one, Jamie Lee Curtis. If you haven't seen it, when she locked him in the basement with the house on fire, it literally follows from there. What they've written in to follow after that was
trash.
Yeah.
It was. I'm not gonna lie. It was like the kills probably some of the most interesting kills I've seen. And he was just pure violence and pure violent in this, and that's not a bad thing. I mean, it was definitely
It was a
probably
slasher. It was a,
yeah, yeah.
all in all slasher. That's all it was. It was nothing special
Oh
about
man.
it. Try to build any horror to it. It's Michael. It was Michael Myers as Jason. I'm sorry. That's the best way to put it.
I mean, technically, Michael Myers and Jason are pretty much the same
They're not.
in the
They're
sense that
they're
they're
not.
both.
They're not. If you watch the movie, if you watch the series on Netflix, this is how movies are made. They are two different kind of movies.
Well, yeah, I
Because
mean,
because if
one
you
was
want,
basically non-blood and everything else, and everything was
well,
supposed to be visual
it was all
and
about
mind.
subjective. So
Yeah,
yes, it was.
but of course, they went away from that
Oh
later
yeah,
in the
based on
series.
different directors. Everyone
Yeah.
has their own take on things. So yes.
Oh, what's up, bro? What you got?
Oh, nothing. I'm just listening. I'm just hands moving. I'm sad right now. I'm in my heart crying. Like
Oh, you should be.
I had high hopes. I had high hopes over this one. Like,
Yeah.
I have no time right now. So when I
It,
come here on a Monday with a bunch of stuff I haven't seen, and you guys are just like, yeah, this sucked and this sucked and this sucked, I'm just like, oh god,
it
why are we doing this?
my daughter went to go to the movies this weekend. So she went. Two of my daughters, my wife, and some of my daughter's friends who actually paid money to go see this movie in theaters.
Did they hate it?
Oh, they did because it the actor. I when you write characters that just do stupid stuff, it's frustrating. There is so many bad acting directions that they had these actors go into. It's like, that X, Y, and Z. Why is A, B, and C happening? What?
Is it like the Geico commercial too, where they're just like, we should
Yes.
get in the running car?
Yes, it is. It is literally just like
Why
that.
do we
It's
do
like,
that? Let's go hide behind the chainsaws.
yes, that's exactly
So-
how I felt when watching this movie.
Now, Darren, because you've watched the whole movie, right?
Yes.
And I'm only saying this because you'll probably get the reference, and it won't ruin it. But so everybody here's seen the animated film Beauty and the Beast, yes?
Mm-hmm.
So you remember the whole thing with Gaston? He was like, "Kill the beast." That's pretty much this movie summed up. Literally.
Oh, okay. So the
Kill the
adult
beast.
version of
Yeah.
the adult version of the end of Beauty and the Beast. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was like you get to that and you're just like, really?
It's killed the. It's Beauty and Beast, but the Beast fights back.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, if I'm going based solely on kills, I'll give it at least a medium, just on kills. But if I'm going
okay.
kills and story, I'm gonna go probably an extra small. That's
Oh
just
wow.
me. Yeah.
He
Darren?
said he said he's going kitty popcorn.
Kitty popcorn.
He's getting the kids meal.
Not
It
even
comes
a
with a small
meal.
toy too.
Not even a kitty meal. It's kitty popcorn. You don't get the drink and the candy with it. You just get the popcorn.
If you're asking me, I left the popcorn at the concession stand and I walked out the movie.
Oh wow.
I walked out the movies.
Wow.
I walked out the movies. If I
Oh man.
I literally I tried to watch this movie alone and I was like, I can't do this. And then I watched it with some of my families who haven't seen it and my wife and daughters who've seen it. And I'm just sitting there like, I want to walk away from this movie. I truly want to walk away from this movie. Like, I have to say this right, bro. How is somebody who's never shot a gun before going to shoot a 50 caliber handgun like it and hold it one-handed shooting it?
Oh god.
Although,
See,
hey, the chick.
I didn't want to speak on the kill.
You know what I'm talking about? Where he knocked the door into her. Oh, that shit was hilarious.
You weren't supposed to say that. That's the whole point. But yes, you're shooting one-handed a 50 caliber, pow, Desert Eagle like it's nothing. Pow, pow.
God.
What?
See, it was better. Okay, I thought that Jamie Lee Curtis was going to force feed him activity and make him shit himself to death. Like, full disclosure.
Here, wait. Full disclosure: Jamie Lee Curtis actually had absolutely nothing to do in this movie.
Yes.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, she was in it for like a scene here, a scene here, a scene here, a scene here, and the movie's over. There you go.
So
Okay.
essentially, here's how you can basically classify this movie. Essentially, this movie is a TV episode moving into the next movie. That's pretty much all this is. This is,
Okay.
hey, we know we have a third film with Jamie Lee Curtis going to end evil, so let's just put a story together and progress it to the next movie. That's
Okay.
Put
pretty.
it
Kind
hold
of
on.
like
Put a story together and tie up loose ends from all the movies.
okay. So
Well, from the
it's
18
somewhat
in
like
the
Fallen
original.
Kingdom.
Yeah.
It's somewhat like Fallen Kingdom for Jurassic Park.
Yes.
And to be honest with you, the way they tied the loose ends up was dumb as hell.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It really ruins, in my opinion, it really ruins the original 78.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh,
yes. Yes, it does.
Ugh. All right. Well, I got some good news for us then.
Okay.
I'm gonna give my two non-related to movie, oh, somewhat related to movies. There's a band I listen to, Ice Nine Kills. They do they have this thing called the Silver Scream, and their Silver Scream album 2 dropped, into which they talk about stuff like The Fly. They have songs about The Fly, Evil Dead. That album was good. That album was good. It's just a little positive up note for us. Okay, we're on
Throw
the
some
front foot.
positive energy out there, huh?
Hey, wait. I got a positive on this. I went and saw, all right, actually, for the Horrific Network, we hosted a movie at the State Theater in Modesto, which is about 40 minutes away from us. We hosted all weekend. They did Nightmare on Elm Street on Friday. They did Cabin in the Woods on Saturday, and then they did Army of Darkness last night. So I actually got to watch Army of Darkness on a big screen in a movie theater for the first time in my life. And let me tell you, it was friggin' amazing, and I loved it, and I was there, and I plugged our show.
Hey,
So,
Oh, that's
we
great to
appreciate
hear.
the love.
yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
you know how that high train we're on right now. We're gonna go right back into the gutter. So, Ro, you want to take on to next section?
Well, technically, the next one is our kill cam. However, speaking of the new Ice Nine album, after he lets his dog back in, Al.
No, I let him out.
I know.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
On to a little disclosure. So this album I was talking about, they have a song on there called "Rainy Day," and it talks about one of my favorite. The influence behind it is one of my favorite things. One of my favorite things, and that's Resident Evil. And it had absolutely nothing to do with the video game or the movies. And so I was kind of concerned, but that leaves us on to our new Welcome to Raccoon City trailer as we start to get into the meat and potatoes of tonight. Oh, man. I'm sure we've all watched this trailer, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm, I'm, I'm going to hold my comments for last here because this is going to be. I'm going to take some meat and potatoes for this part. I'm going to let you guys talk about this. First off, what do you guys think? Are you excited?
I'll say this. I'm actually curious, semi excited for it. I like the way they're going with it compared to what we had back in the day, which literally had nothing to do with Resident Evil from back in the day. I just feel the way they went about it by splicing things together is going to be kind of interesting. We'll see how it all turns out. So, I mean, the casting seems a little bit more accurate to the video game compared to what we've dealt with hey person with superpowers that really makes no sense added in this video game at all. But yeah, nonetheless, it should be interesting. I don't really know. Go ahead, Drew. I'm trying to get the. I want to hear what Ro has to say. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah, I'm getting there too. But I mean, I have to say, like, the first time I saw the trailer, because I've seen it like twice, because I watched it with the wife, and then I watched it by myself once. And the first time I watched it by myself, I was like, okay, is this gonna be like a fan movie? What is this doing? Because to me, the CGI did not look good at all in the trailer. And then I watched it again with the wife, and I was like, oh, the CGI doesn't look that bad. And then it had a release date, and I'm like, oh, okay, so this must be real. But I like Dragon, I am curious only because we get to see, because in the trailer we see great clips of the original movie, of certain scenes in the original movie, like where, the zombie's chewing on the guy's face and slowly turns and you get the side eye out
You
of the zombie.
you
Like that was one of the
you get
scenes that
video
scared the hell out of
you
me when I was
you
a kid.
get video game scenes in the movie.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty
And
much.
there's
So overall though, I am remaining hesitant, but I'm still going to see it.
so there's two major video game scenes in that trailer that I remember right off the top of my head. The first one is that scene where he turns his head, which is still one of the most iconic scenes in all of video games. And one of the ones, again, I love the Resident Evil series. It's one of the ones that I will always remember. And the second one is that Mack truck rolling over and blowing up. Um, that happened. It didn't happen that close to the police station, though.
Yeah.
So I'll still somewhat accept it. However, I cannot wait to see how bad they are going to fuck my favorite video game. That's all it is. I canonically, the way that they laid it out in the trailer, the parts in the mansion are going to be coming, are going to be coming first or second, and Raccoon City is already going to be happening, which is not the way it happens. Technically, Raccoon City happens after. Uh, Chris Redfield is still in the mansion. Claire Redfield is nowhere to be found in that mansion, so she's not until the second game with Leon Kennedy, into which Leon Kennedy looks like a fucking baboon in this one. Nothing like Leon Kennedy. Jill Valentine, they completely fuck over. She looks nothing like it. Let's talk about Wesker for a minute. So Wesker, as we know him, blonde hair, glasses. He's always kind of had that really evil look. And then was it Tom Hopper's going to play Wesker now? Hopper's ripped. He has all the potential. I think he would have made a better Chris Redfield, but I also believe their casting of Chris Redfield was really good. I think they're just going to ruin it. I honestly, I look at this and I see some great iconic scenes, some great iconic locations, and then I see a lot of added bad guys. The one boss in the elevator shaft there, I don't remember him from the first two games. I don't think that's Tyrant.
So
And
I'll tell you what I think they're doing. They're mixing the first one, the second one, and the new video games version of them.
yeah, well, it looks like that. It looks like they're kind of using that as the basis, but still, that boss I don't remember in one or two, and I don't even think that was in three. I like the liquors. I saw the liquor. I was stoked about that. Makes me wonder what they're going to do with the hunters, because the hunters need to come in. Um, I feel like they're going to jumble it up too much, and I feel like they're going to try to put too much into one movie, and timeline wise, they're going to just ruin it, and it makes me really sad. Like the one scene where there's the helicopter crashing through the front doors of the mansion. That never happens.
Mm-hmm.
The helicopter the helicopter crashes in the forest, which leads them to the mansion. I'm excited to see what they do with the backstory of like the creation of the T virus. So that's supposed to be in there. Um, and I like kind of what they're doing there. I just feel like they need to separate it. They should have done this in two movies.
Or 3 or whatever.
Or
I mean, they could have made a franchise out of it. I mean,
So I would have liked to see them go in chronological order to the games. So Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City should have been 2. Like Welcome to Raccoon. What is the name of the forest? I think it's called Raccoon Forest. To be honest with you.
so would you rather have seen them do Resident Evil 0 and then Resident Evil and then
Yeah.
Resident Evil?
Yeah, to be honest, yeah. I mean, but Billy. So I mean, Resident Evil 0 was completely overlooked, anyways, and Billy doesn't have a big enough spot outside of that game. He's in none other ones, but he was a great part of that game. Claire was there with him in 0. So I
mean,
think
if they want to continue, I mean, if they want to make it continue with the video games, I can see that this has an opportunity to go toward the video games. There's a lot of things that they can implement, because as you see, they're putting 1,
Take
2
5 out of it,
together.
though.
They're not go- they're probably not going to throw 3 in, so they're going to do 4,
Skip
4.
5. Skip 5.
They kind of
which
work
so
together.
if you actually, I would say if you kind of look at the game's timeline, so in the midst of everything going on in the Arclay Mountains, which is where the first one takes place, you have Jill, Chris, and they are doing their own thing in the mansion. About that point in time, it's shortly after the incident. Because if you play the first games, you realize that there's a lot of references to campers and hikers going missing.
Mhm.
About that point in time, it's starting to leak into Raccoon City. So by the time that they're done in Arclay Mountains, they're literally just getting home as the virus is hitting the city, which 2 and 3 kind of share the same timeline but different pathing stories.
Mhm.
So 2 is Leon and Claire, and they're in the police station. And then on the other side, you have Jill Valentine dealing with the Nemesis program, and they're just kind of like running parallel to each other.
Right.
So if you're going to mix 2 and 3, it's a very bad idea because they're 2 separate storylines, but in the same time period. So you're going to have too many intersections, and they don't really intersect in the games. The first one, like I said, if you want to blend 2 of them together, you'd have to do Zero and Evil, and those actually have a better chance of actually intertwining a little bit more and like being like a
I would like to see them, and only if they did it like just take this video game and make it direct into a movie. I would like to see them do 4. 4 would be an amazing video game to transfer to movie.
See, the problem with trying to transfer directly in, there's so much that happens in a video game. You couldn't transfer that into one movie.
No, I know. You can't. Well, that's yes and no. You could. I mean, for example, after you've played Resident Evil a couple times, or if you're familiar, I can run through a Resident Evil game in 3 hours.
Yeah.
So
you're going to sit down and watch a 3-hour movie of Resident Evil?
I would sit down and watch a 2.5-hour movie. You could chop that down into 2.5 hours because some of there's filler of grabbing ammo and stuff.
Hey, trade properties in the comments.
The unfortunate workaholic is here.
It's all right, sir. As we always say, the show must go on.
Us. Be one of us.
He's driving.
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
Join us.
You're gonna have him join us while he's driving?
No.
So no, given everything that they could do, technically each movie would have to be their own part of the series, and I could see them doing 4. 4 was a great one.
Yes.
I would like to see them do 4 and 5. We can ixnay 6 because no.
Oh yeah.
I don't feel like 5.
That's the other thing he couldn't do. He has uniform shirt on.
Oh yeah, in uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. So I guess as much as I'm like, it's got some work to do to impress me. You really got to, it's got to knock out the rest of the characters. I don't like the way they've cast Leon. He looks nothing like him. Jill Valentine looks nothing like Jill Valentine, even in the new editions. New Leon Kennedy kind of looks like new Leon. They definitely darkened his hair in the newer ones, but he's still kind of that dirty blonde. I don't like the new Wesker. Chris was a good one. I can accept the Claire one too. Claire looked really similar. But I just, and then you're not gonna have Barry Burton in the first one either.
I'll say this: I have hopes for it. I would like to see it actually go somewhere to where we can get an actual real Resident Evil movie series that we deserve that we never got. So I would hope that it does well for that aspect of there's so much in Resident Evil's universe that you can bring to the TV screen, but it's probably not going to. But I hopes for it.
Actually, to be honest, if they wanted to bring any part of the Resident Evils to the movie screen to actually make a horror style movie, they should be doing the newer games. Like Resident Evil 7 would be great done as a horror movie.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Village, right? That's yes. Village, right?
No, Village is 8.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's talking about.
Yeah, but then if you get into 7, isn't that the one with like the
Baker House?
Yeah, they like cannibals, right? Aren't they cannibals?
No, they're still
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
No, because they're actually still infected by the virus.
Yeah.
They are still. Yeah.
All right. It is what it
is. They are sentient. They are smart. They're semi-Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I can give you that. It's backwoods Alabama or Louisiana. My bad, Louisiana. But
wow,
it still
way to
ties into the story.
register people there, buddy. Damn, Alabama's always screwing their own. No.
God.
Roll Tide, Roll Tide.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, I have hopes that, if they can pull it off, there's so much they can add into the cinematic world, seeing that we just keep on getting remake after remake. So, like you said, Resident Evil 7 would be a great original idea movie that they could bring. Even 8 Village, the recent one, is a nice one they could bring in. I don't see how it could be one movie, but nonetheless, it'd be interesting to see how they pull it off.
Well,
Yeah. And I mean, I'd like to see them pull together a Nemesis, a good Resident Evil 3. Like, I would pay any amount of money to see a good Resident Evil 3 movie.
and I hate to break everybody's heart here, but just know that we're not going to get very many original movies anymore. Everything is a freaking remake.
No.
I'll take remakes. Have a creative vision on a remake. I'll still accept it.
Hey, Mr. Trebek, I'll take remakes for 1,000. Thank you.
Oh God, if you want to talk about remakes, did anyone hear about Disney Plus's remake that they bringing?
The Home Alone?
Yes, the new Home Alone.
It's not a remake, though. It's not a remake. It's not a remake. No, they're just doing an original film. It's an original film, and they're actually having a McAllister in this film.
It's Bud,
so,
I believe.
Yeah, so it's not a remake, okay? Even though they're rehashing the original story, it's a rehash. It's not a remake.
What about what's the have you heard about the new Dune coming out next month?
Mm-hmm.
Dune, yeah.
We're getting a remake of Dune.
Yeah, it's been
We've
out.
been know that.
But we haven't talked about it. But we can talk about that.
We will. I mean, we have plenty of stuff to go. We are 2 weeks into October. We have a lot of stuff. 3 weeks into October. I can't do math right now. I can't do math.
This is the 3rd week as of today.
Going on. Do we have a show on the 4th?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, we did.
Oh, we didn't. We haven't had a
today?
show in 2 weeks.
No, we haven't had a show.
Man.
No, we didn't have a show in a week. We had one on the 4th. We didn't We didn't have a show last week.
And we didn't have a show the week before last.
Sure.
Yep. It's been 2 weeks since we've had a show.
Has it been 2 weeks?
Because last week was 2 weeks ago was the last we had it on our episodes. I'm not going to sit here and argue with everybody. I'm just telling you.
Hey, I understand. Not trying to argue. I was just like, has it really been 2? Yeah,
it's been 2 weeks.
It has been 2 weeks. 4th was the last episode.
Yep.
Thank you.
2 weeks. Trey proper. Thank you, Trey. You agreed with me.
So we had one on the 4th, and we haven't had one since.
Hello, Sarah. Yes, Dune does look good. We'll see how it is when it comes out. We haven't had one since September.
Which would explain why we have not actually had our kill cam for 2 weeks. I realized this. I was like, hey. So was it last month? We had this great idea where we were going to talk about our favorite kills through the month of October. Obviously, the 2 weeks of not having a show, we are down
2 weeks.
2 kills, 2 weeks of kills, which, you know what? Why don't we bring it to the forefront next week? We bring 3 kills to the table. Just looking at the calendar. Yeah, because next week's show is our last one of October.
Yes.
So,
because that would be Halloween week.
When I get back that following Monday, I can talk about how Halloween Horror Nights was in Universal Studios.
Oh yeah.
Hey, guess what?
You're gone again. Yes.
I'm taking a vacation that week too.
I'm back. I come back that Sunday, so I leave on a Saturday and literally come back the next day. We're only going.
See, I have to go to Ohio for a wedding, so as much as it's a nice little vacation, it's a 3-day.
That don't sound like
I will be back after that. Oh,
vacation, weddings are work, man. Come on now.
I know, dude. Again, I love my best friends, and I'm so happy that Garrett got married, and I'm happy he made me his best man. And I'm so stoked that Gus is getting married, and he's making me. I'm his best man as well. But 2 best man duties a month apart.
Mm-hmm.
You're like,
You wonder
please
why I
never
don't have
again.
time. They don't need to get married again. They're with their soulmates. I am actually, as I've known these guys for years, 15 years and 10 years. They have found their soulmate. I'm super stoked but they don't need to get married again.
Trey Proper in the comments.
Check out the comments. Jesus. Pretty direct there, Trey.
Yep.
Pretty direct.
We're live on air. We're live on air in a family channel, so I cannot answer those questions.
Family channel? This family channel?
Friend?
I mean, we may have some family-ish episodes. I wouldn't say it's a family channel.
We got family issues too. Don't worry.
Yeah, there's plenty of those. Sheesh.
Well, gentlemen, do you want to bring your favorite B-kill movie?
B-list movie?
I thought we were doing our kill. We have our kill cams. We do have our kill cams.
We do have our
Yeah,
kill
but we
cams.
can't show it. That's the problem.
I'm just looking at the time. That's what I was looking at.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, but didn't we start late?
We started a little late, yeah.
We're at 56 minutes already.
Oh, yeah. We still got like 15 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe Trey can get in and give his little...
Trey is not going to get here in time. I know how much you want to. Your boyfriend is not going to be here. I'm sorry.
Oh, wow. Oh, boyfriend. Jesus. I'm married, thank you.
All right, Tristan 2.0.
I'm married. I got a wife. I ain't got time for boyfriends. Come on now.
As much as you've been trying to beg him into the show today, I mean, I don't know.
So does anybody have any B movies that they want to recommend?
Oh, I have B movies we want to recommend. I mean, I'm going to start with none other than Velocipaster, the one I wanted to talk about since the get-go.
Sounds terrible.
So the general census behind this movie is there's now a pastor who gets wrong, turns into a were dinosaur, and he fights ninjas. Let me sum that up pretty accurately. It's horrible, and it's so great you cannot look away. There's guns, there's ninjas, there is very bad dinosaurs. And when I say very, very bad, I mean like Barney's an upgrade.
Be careful now. Be careful now.
Trey Proper said, "Don't deny his love, Drew." Wee.
The transformations are next to awful. It's glorious. It's right up there with Llamageddon for me. Like, look at the pictures. Pictures tell it all.
So wait, can I ask you this though? Is it one of those movies that's so bad it's good?
Yes. Yeah, it's like Sharknado. It's like Sharknado and Llamageddon. It's so bad you can't look away, but you're like, okay, I can get so Llamageddon. Llamas come from space. They have laser eyes and they can throw hands. I don't know what more you want.
They can throw hands. Oh God.
Whoosh, whoosh.
Yo, Mr. Chills, what do you got for us?
No, Trey Proper in the comments said it was supposed to be wink, wink, daggone voice chat.
Well, not exactly what it says. It says ducking voice.
Yes, I know. You gotta love that autocorrect. But horror movie B.
Yes, Trey, I do like Duck.
Whoa.
What? Duck's a great dish.
Yeah.
Sorry, Greg.
So I don't know if anybody remembers, but it was a movie about spring break and everyone rushing to New Mexico to go be in this water. And they let loose the ancient piranhas.
Oh,
if anyone remembers Piranhas and Piranhas 3D, oh yes.
Oh God.
Yes,
Why?
the movie where everyone is dying to be in this water and everyone's dying because they're in the water. It even got so bad that somebody's male member got bitten off by one of the piranhas.
Yeah, that was what's his name? Oh my god, what was his name? He was the fat kid in Stand By Me.
I don't
Oh,
Um,
that's who it was.
yeah.
know. No, it was
Oh
not
god.
him.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
It was the fat kid in Stand By Me.
No.
Yes.
Was it Will?
I
It's
can't.
not Will Wheaton. No.
No, not Will Wheaton. The other one, Jerry O'Connell.
Yes.
It was Jerry O'Connell. Jerry O'Connell was the fat kid in Stand By Me. Thank you very much. Or excuse me, the pleasantly plump kid in in Stand By Me.
Oh,
I don't want to
Oh
get
yeah,
fat.
Jared.
I was actually thinking about a different movie. I was thinking about Lean on Me. Don't mind me. Stand by Me.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. I was
Oh
think
yeah.
I was thinking Morgan Freeman. And you're talking about something else. Yes.
Oh, I loved watching Piranha just because so many people got so screwed up in that movie. It was a
Yes,
great
it
movie.
was. It
It's
was
just a great.
awesomely bad. Yes, awesomely bad.
And Christopher Lloyd, none other than Christopher Lloyd was in there as the crazy scientist again.
Who else would you want as a crazy scientist? And Trey Proper says in the comments, fat lives matter. Well, he
You know
wasn't.
what though? So Piranha 3D had an all-star cast. I got to be real. Adam
Yes, it
Scott,
did.
Ving Rhames,
It
Ving
had
Rhames, Jerry
it had
O'Connell.
a huge cast, but it was god
Hasselhoff,
awful.
bro. David Hasselhoff.
Richard Dreyfuss. Yep. Eli Roth was in it.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Yes.
Well,
Oh god, that movie was so bad, and it was so good at the same time.
So many people, so many great actors, such bad writing, but they tried to make it.
Oh
They tried to
god.
make it as good as they could, and you can't knock them
So,
for it. They tried very hard.
so does this mean next week we're gonna talk about the worst possible A-rated scary movies that we just can't help but laugh at?
oh, I do want to throw a curveball in there. I know we're short on time, but has anybody seen the new trailer for the new Scream movie?
No,
Wait,
I've heard
what?
about it, but no, I haven't actually sat down to watch
I'm
the
gonna tell you
trailer.
right now, you go watch that trailer, and you're gonna be super excited for Scream. It Jesus Christ, it just needed.
Just needed Nicolas Cage and Piranhas. Yes. Could you imagine
Oh
Nicolas
god,
Cage and Piranhas?
oh my god, that was terrible.
Woo!
But
She-
but I'm not lying to you right now. Scream 5 looks really good.
So is Scream
Trailer
5?
wise.
So is Scream 5 a continuation or is this a reboot? I mean, what's
It
it look like?
looks
So
it looks like
essentially,
it's gonna be Courtney Cox is in it, Nev Campbell's in it, David Arquette's in it.
yeah. But here's
Good.
here's so it's Scream meets Nightmare on Elm Street
But
because
they're not bringing
the
back
kids, the
Matthew
people
Lillard
that
though.
hold on, because Matthew Lillard died in that
That's true.
movie. So basically, what it is the kids that are being terrorized are somehow linked to the original people from the original film. Don't ask me how, but it looks good. Okay, it looks good. Yes, they try too hard on certain things, but it actually watch the trailer and tell me what you think next week or
Listen,
after we get off the call or whatever. Doesn't matter. You tell me.
Speaking of Nicolas Cage, we're gonna talk about horror movies too. We got to talk about. Have you guys seen Mandy?
No, I thought you were gonna say Willy's Wonderland because that was freaking amazing.
are we talking about
No.
the one where he's after his his dead pig?
His dead girlfriend there.
Oh no, I'm thinking about something
Oh
else.
man. So honestly, it was meant to be an A-rated movie, but it was done like a B-rated, like a B-film horror movie.
Yeah,
Sorry
that
for the
was a Shudder
curveball.
exclusive, right?
Yeah, it was really exclusive, and it was so good, and it was so fucking weird, and I laughed so hard through this, even though I shouldn't. I feel bad because I shouldn't be laughing. It's like one of those you shouldn't be laughing. Like his wife dies at one, and like that big thing is he's on a revenge tour, and he is literally in the bathroom with a bottle of vodka, pouring it on a wound, in whitey tighties, and then drinking a bunch and screaming at the top of his lungs in Nicolas Cage fashion, and I was in tears laughing.
Five Nights at
I was
Freddy
in
with
tears.
Nicolas Cage, Willy's Wonderland. That That was Willy's Wonderland train. That's what the name of it.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it was a Nicolas Cage movie without Nicolas Cage actually saying the damn word. And I don't know how he pulled it off.
it was amazing.
It was
Hey, hands down, one of Nicolas Cage's best films that he's made
without saying a goddamn word.
without saying one word. But and to be honest, I think it's even harder to act like that because I mean, he was phenomenal in that role. Like hands down. I actually got to talk to the guy who did the sound and did Willie's voice back in May, and hands down, like that was probably one of the best horror movies that I've seen this year.
Mm.
I would say
Horror movie.
it was.
It was funny. I wouldn't call it horror, but it was funny.
Well,
as hell.
it was a horror movie though. I
It
mean, if
was
you
supposed
think
to be a
about
horror movie, but it was funny as hell.
Yeah.
I laughed my ass
Yeah, it
off
was
that whole
funny.
movie.
and it was basically Nicolas Cage that made it that funny. But
Yes.
so we go from a really good movie to okay. So I have Shudder. I don't know if anybody here has Shudder, but the app I have Shudder.
I do.
And I was one day I was scrolling through all the movies and a movie caught my eye. And I was like, I wonder if I should just watch this. Title of the movie, Frankenhooker. So this movie starts out where this guy who's like a sanitation worker but is like a mad scientist, don't ask me how. He created this like self-driving lawnmower, right, for his girlfriend's dad, which then the self-driving lawnmower kills his girlfriend. Not on purpose, but and completely rips her apart. So
She
he's
should have
like,
been in the
I
grass.
can't live without her. I can't live without her. So he becomes Dr. Frankenstein and pieces her back together with body parts from hookers, which he acquires by giving them super crack and they smoke it and they blow up. Like, yeah, oh yeah. It is the worst movie. Yeah. No. That gift that you saw, that was after smoking crack. Poof. Yeah.
Sparks fly and everything. It's weird.
It's so bad, it's good. Like, it's like a train wreck. You can't help but ladies of the
night, not the other word.
Yeah. Well, if you ever get a chance, I mean, since you have it, Ro, you should definitely try and watch it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's not great, but
I'm gonna watch
so
it.
bad. It's so bad that it's good. You know what I mean? Like you have to watch it. Like I literally watched the whole thing, and I was like, wow. And then how they end it, you're just like, okay.
So that's So, oh my god, that's great. I'm gonna have to watch
Trey
that.
said he may need an edible for that.
You
Exactly. Oh man. So yeah, I think next week I do want to hit on it just a little bit, like the worst of the best of A-list movies too, because there's a couple that when we're talking about this just comes to mind, like those really really bad A-list horror movies go up there with the whole Halloween.
Halloween Resurrection.
One that comes to mind for me is The Ruins. You ever see that one?
Jason X.
The Ruins.
I dare say this. Jason X had a better story than Halloween Kills.
It went along better than Halloween Kills.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say it's a better story. It just flowed better. Yes.
Yeah, it had better flow. Not better kills, but better flow. The kills were really good in Halloween Kills. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Like it because it was like a mirror. It was like a matching of like Rob Zombie violence in Halloween with like just uber violence in this. Like he was over the top in this, and it was amazing at that. But
the funny part is Halloween with that whole, it originally started off as no gore, and this one is like, hey, we're going to throw all the gore in here. Just take it all,
Yeah.
take it all, take it all, take it all.
Yeah, because it was meant to be like a radio broadcast, basically. Because that's how they explain it in the series. But I, it's hard. There's a lot of A-list horror movies that are just not good, and we'll get into
Great.
it next week. We'll
Yeah,
definitely
we're
get
gonna have to. We're gonna have to.
What?
Let's see. Can we include sci-fi there so we can talk about like Anaconda?
Yeah.
Oh, not
J-Lo and Ice
Anaconda.
Cube.
Anaconda wasn't a sci-fi.
No, that's not why I laugh. But Trey has a definitely fear of snakes, and you would bring up Anaconda while he's on.
Oh man, it's gonna
But
be a great one, guys.
yeah.
It's gonna be a great one.
Oh.
See, I knew I'd stall for time. I knew I'd stall
Right
for
before
time.
we leave, it's Mr. Trey himself.
Hello.
What's up? What's up, Frankenhooker?
Wow. Okay.
How you
What
doing?
the hell? I'm
You look
tired.
tired.
I'm extremely tired. Extremely tired. So, you guys about to wrap this thing up?
Yes.
Yeah,
But Ro was mentioning one of your favorite movies.
we were talking about Anaconda.
Oh, Anaconda's greatness. I hate snakes. I hate them all.
All right, Indy.
Snakes? Why do they have to be snakes?
Literally, every time there's a snake, it's yeah. Ugh.
What was your favorite or a B movie that you wanted to bring to light?
My favorite B movie that I wanted to bring to light, of course, was something that actually gave me a fear, a fright, and that is none other than King Cobra. Sorry, I'm trying to get to my setup real quick.
It's cool.
King Cobra, basically, I didn't get a chance to get pictures in, but King Cobra was basically, what's his name? Mr. Miyagi's in it. Yeah, Pat Morita. And he's fighting a giant King Cobra that has a rattlesnake tail. And he has built up an immunity to all types of snake venom until he meets this one. And it strikes him like 4 times. And he's like, "That's all you got, bitch? That's all you got?" And it hits him one more time. And he starts going to seizures and then it eats him whole. So, yeah.
So this is where Trey got his fear of snakes.
Well, if it brings down Pat Morita, you know it's got to be a powerful snake.
Right. Because he did his wax on, wax off.
Okay. I'm here for
Another
it.
personal favorite, another personal B-rated favorite that we have not talked about. We have to, only because it was so bad that they made a Magic the Gathering card after it, and it's called the Sharknado. It was actually called Shark Typhoon.
Yeah. By the way,
and it made flying shark tokens.
By the way, did you see that they added Hopper and 11 to Magic?
Yep. There's Stranger Things crossover coming.
Yep. Or coming. It's not out yet, right? It's coming. Yeah.
It's coming.
Demogorgon.
Yeah. That's a mind flayer, you asshole. But go ahead, Ro.
I was gonna say they just released a set called Forgotten Realms, which was all D&D based.
Nice.
Yeah.
Another one that I did want to bring to light that is another Shudder exclusive, but it is different. I'll give you that. There's a movie on Shudder called Slacks. SLAXZ, if I'm not mistaken. And it is literally about killer genes. Yeah, I watched this movie, guys. And believe it or not as bad as you think it would be. It was better than a sci-fi movie. Seriously.
So people are putting on random pants and it's eating them alive from their ass first. Like, who wants to watch that shit?
No. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it at least once, or at least try to.
Oh, that reminded me. of a B-list movie that you never would expect that's going to be hilarious to watch. The Sand.
Oh
Oh,
god.
yeah, I
The
remember that one.
sand?
The Sand.
Yeah, the
The
sand
fuck?
kills
People getting
people.
killed by sandcastles? What the fuck? Get the
No,
No.
it's got some pretty nasty scenes in it too.
The Sand literally eats people alive. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's quicksand.
No. No.
No.
It eats them alive.
Yeah. Like if they try and take themselves out of it, it'll rip a body part off or it'll rip their skin off. Yeah. It's violent. I've seen parts of it. Yeah, it's
So
ooh.
it's Gar from Naruto on a bad day, basically.
Yes.
You need
Okay.
Drew, you need to check Shudder for Pterodactyl.
Oh god.
It's spelled TerrorDactyl. And it's
Oh,
literally
God.
about a bunch of killer pterodactyls from space.
If you Well, hey, how
The
about
randomness.
an actual good good B movie? Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That is a great B movie. Hey,
Hold. Can you really say it was a great movie, or we just call it great
I
for its
still
time?
enjoy it. I still enjoy watching it.
It was one of those. It was so bad, it was good.
I guess so, yeah. I'm trying to find the movie. There's a mini series on Shudder. It's like an anthology. It's got the guy who did Crab, what was it? Crab Dude, Krusty Krab's voice in
Mr.
SpongeBob.
Krabs.
Mr.
Whatever.
Krabs.
I think so.
Oh,
But
I just thought about another B-list movie, Ticks.
go ahead.
Oh god.
Ticks.
What
When
was
they
it?
had
At least
Ticks, I believe, when Carlton,
So
the movie that Carlton was in, where he got it was a tick inside of him, and it ripped him in half at the end of the movie. Yeah.
so are y'all just like watching? Like you have to be high to watch this shit. You have to be. There's no way you could go in there and watch this flat out and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to enjoy this. I
mean,
need
that's the
like
point.
5 drinks for this shit. Like there's no way I'm going to watch something. Carlton, it's not unusual to be. Yeah, I'm not watching that.
but this is like young Carlton. Like this is like in the '90s when this came out.
Oh, greatness.
So
awesome.
there-
So, it's post. Is it post or it's got to be post Fresh Prince?
Yes.
So what I was gonna say, what I was gonna say is it's Clancy Brown is the guy who plays like a funeral home director guy, but it's called the Mortuary Collection. If you have Shudder and you haven't watched it, it is a great show. It's a great. It's very good. I gave that one 5 skulls because that's what they have their reviews based on. I enjoyed it. It was very good. Very creepy. So
Ticks came out in 1993.
So
Dear
that was
God.
pre or post?
Yeah.
Or
Post. It was
during?
post. It was probably late to post. I know that Fresh Prince was 88, I believe.
Well, I mean, we could probably sit here and do this all night.
We could.
But,
So actually, it was during because Fresh Prince was 1990.
Yes.
Yep.
So that was definitely. Oh man, I remember watching that as a kid. It was like, yeah, because it literally was inside of him. And you're just sitting there like, all right, cool, he's gonna live, and nope. It's like, oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, because that's how ticks work. Yeah.
Can I throw one more out there for you?
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Teeth.
Huh?
Teeth.
E.
You've never heard of Teeth?
Teeth? No.
Do I need to tell you?
It's
Teeth.
about the Tooth Fairy.
The
though.
girl who has teeth on her vagina.
On them or
yeah.
in them?
In it. It literally. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. Well, it's been fun. I'm sorry I was late, but this is the end of Snack and Flicks tonight.
I mean,
Hey.
okay. Can we at least appreciate how bad some B movies are? Like they have come up with some wild ideas for some B-rated horror movies, like
Yes.
Lava Lantula, big ass spider. Piranhaconda is another one.
Don't forget Ghost Shark.
Sharktopus.
Anaconda.
Ghost Shark.
Yes,
Attack of the Killer Donuts.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Like,
Gingerbread
what the hell?
Man. How could we forget about Gingerbread Man?
8-legged freaks.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna throw this one out there just because it was a fun movie to watch. Little Shop of Horrors.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, that's not B movie. That's a classic. That's amazing. I still sing that. The guy sure looks like plant food to me.
Technically, Toxic Avengers was a B-rated horror movie.
We're not gonna talk about Toxic Avenger. I'm glad Cam's not. I'm so glad Cam's not in the audience for that.
Dear
I
God.
mean, you realize they're remaking that, right?
Yes, they are. Unfortunately.
But why?
Why?
Look, dude, I'm
else?
doing
The
a show. I can't
Wasp
pet you
Woman.
right now. I can't pet you.
You know
I
why?
can't.
You know why, Trey? There's a culture for it. That's why.
Yeah, cult following, definitely.
Iron Tail. Go. Go.
Creature from
We'll
the
do this
Haunted
later.
Sea.
We'll do this later.
Can you ask
Yeah.
Trey, how can I watch movies like that?
And not be high?
And not, I definitely am not high. The reason I watch them is because sometimes, even though they could be bad, they're so bad that they're good. It really to watch, and I've seen some bad B movies, but then you take in consideration like what they do, makeup wise, effects wise, and it kind of makes up for how bad the acting is or how bad the movie is, and it makes up for it. But
Slightly.
not always, but sometimes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I've got nothing. I like when I was 12 and staying up late at night watching shit on Sci-Fi Channel. Yeah, I could stomach it. Now at 36, it's like get the fuck off my TV. Get off my TV right now. That's where my mind goes. But I mean, hey, I'm not judging you. To each their own. If you enjoy them, have fun. But I remember King Cobra from my youth and just being like, yo, that's Mr. Miyagi. Yo, Mr. Miyagi just got swallowed whole. What the hell? So yeah.
Oh, I will leave you with this though, Trey. So you remember the original Nightmare on Elm Street, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Remember the car that Johnny Depp drove in that, the caddy
Yeah.
with the green stripe? On vacation, my wife got me this.
Oh, not the real car. No, I'm just playing. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Now you just got to get what's his name to sign it.
Yeah, Robert Englund and Heather Langenkamp. Yep.
There you go. And I'm pretty sure you run into him because you're out there.
He's always out there.
Oh man,
Trey, we missed you.
We did.
I missed you guys too. I do apologize.
Hopefully we did a good enough job.
From what I saw, you did pretty good.
Would you like to take a moment and say a few words about Venom?
What about Resident Evil? Welcome to Raccoon City.
I enjoyed the trailer for Resident Evil. I think it's going to go in a good direction. So I'm looking forward to that. It's not. I don't think it's going to. I did hear that bit of the conversation. It's not going to be. We're not going to get everything we want. We never do. So I'm measuring my expectations for that. Now for the crock of shit called Venom. Fuck it. I can spoil it now. If you haven't seen it by now, go watch that bullshit. Because the only thing you need to worry about is the fact that now Venom is part of the MCU. They of course, the multiverse of madness is what we're all building up to. Everything is going to that point. Doctor Strange does some fuckery. Venom finds itself in the MCU universe. Everything up to that, leading up to that, is just it's frustrating. It's aggravating. It's infuriating. It's bullshit. Is what it is. So I expected to get Maximum Carnage. We got Cletus Cassidy and Love. That's what the fuck we got, and I was not enjoying it. No, Carnage. Cletus Cassidy is a psychopath. He murders indiscriminately. He's not in love with Shriek. He used Shriek in the comics as a means to an end to take over people. And they got her powers wrong. She's not Banshee. She's not Siren. She doesn't have sonic screen capabilities. No, she has low-level telepathy that can drive people, that can share her insanity on a sonic wavelength. So just everything about it just makes me want to puke. So it was a piece of shit. I did not enjoy it, and but it was worth it to get the final payoff in the end, the after credits of Venom waking up in the MCU. That's it. So we'll see how this whole thing turns out.
That's how I feel about the new Resident Evil, though.
On a side note, gentlemen, did you happen to hear the news today that 3 of the movies have been delayed?
Yes. Not
Mm.
it's
Which
not
movies?
not just
Marvel.
those. It's more than 3.
Yeah,
They're
no,
they're
there's
whole
well, there were 2
they're
untitled movies. Yeah.
they're so you had Black Panther that's been delayed, Thor's been delayed, Doctor Strange has been delayed. It's a whole list of all their movies because what Doctor Strange was supposed to come out in
And,
like March
and
and they got pushed back to
yeah,
May. So when that happened, everything got pushed back.
yep.
Mm,
And now
mm.
Ant-Man, the next Ant-Man movie is going to be in 2023.
Yes.
Uh, I'm not tripping about Ant-Man, but it's disappointing. But we all know why the reason that is. Things happen on sets, and it sets everything back. So we got a
Wait,
longer time to wait.
what happened on the Doctor Strange set?
The global pandemic.
Oh yeah,
Probably.
fair enough.
I'm assuming. I'm spitballing. I don't have any
Yeah.
type of insider
They
news or
haven't
anything
they
like
didn't
that. But
announce what happened. They're just saying they got
yeah,
pushed back.
That they were delaying it.
yeah. More than likely, it's something that happened with that's causing it to be pushed back. Something important happened, or something bad happened to somebody important. I meant to say, and now they got to push it back because we're going to have a lot of crossovers. It's going to be more like actual comic books. We have superheroes who all live in the same fucking city, walking down the streets. So they gotta keep things clean and keep things orderly. So
In Trey's defense, it's not always a bad thing to delay it. I mean, it could turn out to be a good thing. Like the new Ghostbusters looks amazing, and they delayed
mhm.
that, and I'm stoked that I mean, you go check out the 3rd trailer, and you'll be like, okay, not
Yeah,
you're gonna be like,
yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I'm okay with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks amazing. I watched the 3rd
You
trailer
know,
today.
you know why we're okay with it is because they're not pandering for the entire movie. I'll say it. I'll be the bad guy. It doesn't need to be a chick flick. It doesn't. It
It's
doesn't.
it's not
You can
about
have women involved with it, but don't make that the focus.
it's not even about being a chick flick. It's the fact of the matter is it's an actual story rather than hey we're going to try to recreate what we did in the first one into it. It's like a
Mhm.
continuation, a whole new story they built into
A
it.
continuation of 1
Yeah.
and 2,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the all-female cast has nothing to do with it. So, and it's directed by the guy, the Ivan Reitman's son.
Mm.
So he
Okay.
has it's near and dear to his heart because his dad directed the originals.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Okay.
and everything that I've seen on the trailer, and the 3rd trailer actually brings more of the story into it and explains more of what's going on. So I'm in. Like I'm all in on that. Like I'm super excited for it. And I hope
As am I.
yeah.
And one more thing for you, Trey, to get your opinion on it. So you've heard the rumor that this is Tom Holland's last time playing Spider-Man. How you feel about that?
It's not his last time, dude. He's going to keep playing Spider-Man. You mean to tell me that? Oh, I'm making too much money. Not, get the fuck out of here. That's a rumor. Unless we hear from his mouth and we see his contract that's being torn up with him and Sony and Marvel, ain't no way he gonna play that shit. He said it. He said it like 2 years ago. I'm gonna play it until I can't walk anymore. He's not stupid. And people are Marvel will string him up by his web shooters if he tries to quit. Okay, there's no way in hell Tom Holland's not gonna. No, you're Peter Parker. You're not Tom anymore. You're an American white boy. That's who you are now. Play the role, take the check, shut the fuck up, swing on the webs. That's it. Yeah. Well, guys, I again apologize for being late. I did want to jump on for a quick second, but as you can tell, I'm about to pass the fuck out.
Yes, I
So,
understand. We
Yeah,
just want to get it.
and some of us still have to get dinner. So
yeah.
Lead us to the outros there, Trey.
All right. Thank you for joining us here on Snack and Flick. Once again, we had a great show. They had a great show. I just popped in. And if you want to catch more of our movie knowledge and news, tune into us every Monday night at 8 p.m. On TikTok. I'm sorry, shit. That's how tired I am. On Twitch,
Twitch, and
Facebook,
YouTube.
and YouTube. Yes, and join us here. Gentlemen, if you will, tell them where they can find you.
As you always know, as I said before, you can catch me as Dragon Chills everywhere. Drew, that's your part.
oh, you stuttered on mine. I'm sorry. You can catch me on Skadona. You can catch me here Mondays. You catch me Tuesdays on the Horrific Network when we get back into that on the Campfire Chronicles.
You can find me on Facebook at RO Nemesis Gaming, on twitch.tv at RO_Nemesis, where I've recently been playing Back 4 Blood, the zombie shooter that's the backup to, or the follow-up to Left 4 Dead. Stop in, come say hi.
All right. And it's your boy Trey Proper. Trey Proper everywhere. You want to find me? Type it in damn Google. Google me, bitch. All right, we out. I got to go to sleep.
Oh, wait, no. Wrong catchphrase. Bless you.